Hi, Sag. Welcome back to our channel. All right, guys, I have a reading for you today. Ooh, tired, y'all. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I have a reading for you today. The cards coming out for this reading, we have influences, we have memories, and last card we have is love. Okay, so obviously someone here is thinking about you with the memories card. They could be reminiscing about the good times that you guys had. They could be dwelling on the past. It doesn't feel like someone who you are speaking with or in communication with, because this person keeps thinking about the past. Okay, and I feel like this person had a better standing with you in the past than they do currently. All right. This person definitely keeps looking back. It's probably very hard for this person to move on. I also get this energy of like, there's no one like you, Sag. So this person could be trying to make new friends, trying to date other people, but there's no one like you that hits as hard. This person may feel like it's really hard to find a bond or connection that they had with you during that time, or even, yeah, a connection. I feel like this person feels like they had a very special or unique connection with you, and they could just feel like it's really hard to get that back. Like no one else is measurable or comparable to you. Now, what I do see about this person, with the influences card, I feel like this is someone that you consider to not be a good influence in your life. You may have considered the time that you dealt with this person to be very distractive. Maybe you felt like this person being in cahoots with them could have made you not focus on your goals. Maybe you were procrastinating a lot during that time. Maybe you weren't staying in your true power. Maybe you were in misalignment during that time. Also, it feels like there could have been a third party. So if you were dating this person, there definitely was another person involved. So I don't know if you put them in a third party or they put you in a third party, but it definitely doesn't feel like there was total one-on-one focus on each other for whatever reason. Also, you may feel like you had to distance yourself from this person to get your life back on track. Okay, so that's the type of energy it's giving. Now, this person does love you no matter what happened in the past. They have a deep compassion for you. There is genuine attraction or genuine interest here. And this person is looking to reunite. All right. They're looking to be in some type of union with you. They just keep thinking about you just these days. Okay. Again, guys, sorry, I'm tired. All right. But I wanted to make sure I got this out. So this feels like a weekend reading. Like maybe this person is thinking about you this weekend. Maybe they're actually going to reach out. First, let's see, who is this person to my Saggies? For my Sagittarius watching or my Sagittarius placement watching, who is this person? Who is this person? Give me some messages, please. I'm seeing the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in a second, but let's see what comes out. All right. Okay, let's talk about the Chariot in reverse. With that Chariot in reverse, you do feel like this person could have not been prioritizing, achievement, success, career. Maybe you felt like this person really didn't have a care or they weren't taking their career seriously. There's also something about a lot of obstacles during the time that you were dealing with them where you guys could not move forward. It felt like there was always some type of divine intervention stopping you from moving forward with this person. Even if you try to put your best foot forward, there could have been little hiccups or problems that kind of like showed you that maybe this is not the person for you or you're not supposed to move forward in life with them. All right. Also with the Chariot too, in reverse, I feel like a loss of control. So you may have felt like, again, this person did not have control of their life. You also may feel like, sorry, my nose is itching as I'm talking about this. Also, you may feel like you lost control of your life while you were dealing with this person. This person could do things that takes them out of control. Hold on, guys. You may feel like this person does things that take them out of control. So when I think about someone not having control of themselves, I could think about someone who gets inebriated or does certain things that keeps them in a daze. Okay, so Chariot in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so you had interest in this person or some type of curiosity when you first met them. It almost like now that you're looking back at it, you could feel like curiosity kills the cat. Like I should have minded my business, okay? But there's something that you were very curious about this person that kind of opened the door to you guys getting to know each other. All right, so it's like some type of curiosity, or this could be even with them. Maybe they were very curious about you. Maybe when they first met you, you guys could have been like in a group situation. Maybe you said something that piqued their curiosity about you, so they ended up maybe sitting next to you and speaking to you. Maybe you saw this person across the room. You were curious about something that they were doing or how they looked. So then you ended up speaking to them. So it feels like the door was opened up through curiosity. It's not one of those things where you were introduced to this person. It's not one of those things where maybe, you know, you met them on a dating app. It's more so like curiosity killed the cat. That's what I'm hearing. All right. Cards coming out for how you would know who this person is. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this was a big turning point. When you met this person, your life took a big turning point. And I don't feel like for the better. All right. So you could have felt like during that time, you know, your circumstances changed. Maybe you were doing well for yourself and then you started not doing so well for yourself. Maybe you were on track and then you lost track. This also is karmic as well. So you could have felt like this was a karmic person in your life where you could have suffered a lot of consequences during the time that you were dealing with them. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune is here. We also have the King of Pentacles in reverse. All right, there's something about this person's finances. I definitely don't feel like, you know, I don't know. It's almost like, okay, you see how this person is like, I don't know how to explain this. It's kind of weird. It doesn't give that this person was broke while they were dealing with you, but it's almost like you had an inner feeling that they were. Now, because of that Chariot in reverse, someone really was not prioritizing or staying responsible about their career, their business, or their finances. So someone could have been dishing out a lot of money, but maybe they were racking out a lot of debt. Maybe someone just was, you know, still getting into activities where it required money, but they should have been focusing on saving. So I don't know if this person was broke and you picked up on it, but it doesn't feel like that's what they led with. It doesn't feel like they were acting, you know, broke in front of you. I don't know. Also, King of Pentacles in reverse also could be someone who, you know, face value, it feels like their behavior is kind of like good and good standing. They could be well known for good things, but behind the scenes, they could be doing things that are not morally correct, or they could be doing things that if people knew the real them, they would not think so highly of them. Okay, so I don't know. This person definitely had status in their community or in their friend group. Maybe even online on social media. But if you got really close to this person, it's almost like there's a double life that they could be living. Okay, so what they're well known for, what they get a lot of recognition and reward for, what you were able to see by being close to this person, you're like, you know, if people really knew the real you, you wouldn't be so popular, or you wouldn't be put on this pedestal, or you wouldn't have the status that you have been able to afford yourself. Okay, so there's that. This person also led with monogamy. They could have led with commitment. Like they said that they were ready for some type of commitment with you. But there's something within like even their behavior or their finances or their responsibility, their authority that you felt like, no, that can't happen. Okay. So I feel like you're the one who ended things. I feel like you're the one who you pivoted, you moved away from this person. You could have been on the cusp of committing to this person, but you decided otherwise. Okay, so King of Pentacles, interesting. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen between you and them. Give me some messages for Sagittarius. What can they expect to happen next between them and this person who has been thinking about them a lot? What can they expect next? All right, I'm seeing the Six of Cups. Someone definitely wants to reconcile with you for sure. Let's see what comes out here. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Devil. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. We have the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You definitely have a decision to make about this person, whether or not you're going to reconcile, whether or not you want to reunite, whether or not you're going to allow this person into your next chapter. Okay. So there's a decision that you need to make here. This also could be a decision of what you're going to say when this person comes back. It's almost like you don't want to say the wrong thing, or you don't want to disrespect, or it's almost like you don't want to offend this person. But if you are not looking to reunite with them, you almost have to be honest about that. And that may make you a little nervous to do, right? Like to tell them the real reason why you don't want to deal with them. It has something to do with the King of Pentacles, okay? You just don't feel like this person may be worthy, Jesus, or you don't really see their value at this time. Okay, and I do have another card that clarifies that, which is the Five of Pentacles. You may feel like this person does not have the value, or they don't reach your standards in some way. All right, so it's almost like you're a little nervous to say this, and it almost feels like you have to say something, because if not, this person keeps trying to come back into your life, right? There's almost like this cycle that keeps repeating itself. So it's like maybe you have told this person other excuses for why you don't want to reunite, but it's not hitting hard enough for them to get that or get the picture, get the bigger picture. So there's some type of indecision you have about how you can relay this message, or how blunt or honest you want to be with this person, okay? Obviously, this person does pose a threat to your progress, because we have the Devil here. Okay, so they do pose some type of threat to what you're trying to do, your focus, your determination, your motivation right now, that Chariot energy of discipline and forward movement. And you know that, all right? So yeah, I see that the way that this person is going to reach out to you, they're getting a little crafty here, because reaching out and just saying I miss you is not enough. Okay, they've done that already before, and it feels like, it's not really moving you in a way, right? So they're not going to do that this time again. This time they're coming in with the Three of Pentacles, and with that Three of Pentacles, they could be asking you for some type of help. All right, like maybe they know that you're skillful or talented in some type of area of your life. So they're almost going to ask for a favor, or ask you for guidance or help in that certain area. It feels like innocent, right? They're trying to come towards you in a very innocent way, open up communication, open up a way to see you again. And they're asking for some type of help here with that Three of Pentacles. Tell me about that. All right, we have the Four of Cups here. All right, this person feels deeply rejected by you, especially emotionally. So I think that's why they're also not going to try to come towards you in an emotional way. They're almost coming towards you in a very friendly way. Hey, can you help me with this? I know you have a lot of information about this. Could you point me in the right direction? They're trying to get your attention in a way that feels like it's not too intense emotionally, okay? Four of Cups. This person has been deeply unsatisfied that you're not in their life, or that you're not speaking to them with that Four of Cups. All right, King of Cups. There is a very genuine or good-hearted nature that this person is coming towards you with. Definitely not coming with any drama or sadness, keeping things very light. With that King of Cups too, very deep emotions for you. I do feel like this person does love you a ton with that King of Cups. They're going to approach you in a very emotionally mature way. So even if their emotions are all over the place, even if they have a sadness or discontent about where you guys are currently at, they're not going to bring that up, okay? Let me see what's going to be your energy or your attitude when this happens. How will Sagittarius react to this energy? All right, the Magician. Very mysterious. Okay, very, very mysterious. And the Six of Wands as well, okay? You are going to act very mysterious, but I also see a part of you also enjoying the attention, okay? So I don't know if things are a little slow for you right now when it comes to who you're communicating with, because you do have the Hermit that came out the beginning of this week. So during the time that this person could be reaching out to you, you may not be communicating with a lot of people. You may be staying a lot to yourself. So something about you does enjoy the attention that you are going to be receiving from this person with the Six of Wands. All right, or the compliments that they could be giving to you about how you could help them with that Three of Pentacles. You also have the Magician here, so you're not going to even allow this person to know your intentions or your next moves. You just have a very mysterious vibe to you. There's a lot of praise or recognition coming from this person. This person makes you feel like you're the only person who matters, okay? Especially with that Magician, the Six of Wands. And I see you being very receptive to that. So it's not like you're pushing it away. This person does have a certain level of charm that they know how to charm your pants off. That's what I'm seeing, okay? And I see that you're open to that. Now, it doesn't feel like you and this person are just locking back in, because this person feels very deeply that they're in the Five of Pentacles with you. So they feel left out in the cold. They do feel some type of cold shoulder coming from you. They do feel a level of disengagement or detachment coming from you as well. This person also is wondering, what is it that I possess that I can show value to Sag to get Sag to be open to this again? All right, so they are trying to pull from whatever they feel valuable in, because when it comes to other people with that King of Pentacles, they don't really have to do too much. But with you, that whatever they do already lead with is not enough for you. All right, and so someone has an understanding about that. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. What is this person's actions, knowing that they're in the Five of Pentacles with Sag? What is this person's actions? All right, we have the Sun. Again, this person is not going to be in their pity party. They're not trying to make themselves a victim, at least not in front of you. They will be possessing a very sunny disposition. So being very joyful, being very happy, being a little playful, really expressing themselves in a positive manner, okay? So this person is trying to lead with positivity coming towards you. They want to show you that they're in a positive place. They don't want to come to you with a pity party, even if they feel that way, all right? It's almost like this person feels like the value that they can bring, at least right now as they're trying to get into the door, is attention. Because even the Sun is like exposure and attention, it's recognition. So it's almost like someone feels like something that makes you happy, Sag, or something that you do appreciate about them is how they value you, and they openly express that. And they compliment you, and they put you on a pedestal, and they make you feel like the only girl or guy in the world, or they really like, you know, kind of praise you in a way. Okay, so this is what this person's going to lead with. They feel like that is something that really opens the door for them. We have the Star here as well. There's something very healed about this person as well. They could have been doing some shadow work. So with that Star, there's this energy of coming towards you in a very healed way. There's also an intention to heal things between you and them. Also with the Star, again, popularity. So this person kind of like kisses your feet and kisses your ass and puts you on a pedestal with that Star energy. They want to show you mentally as well that they're well, and physically that they're well, that they've been taking good care of themselves with the Star, okay? So that's how they're trying to approach you. They feel like this is the best approach. We have the Page of Cups here as well, so there could be an apology, or this person definitely has deep feelings for you, but they're not going to bombard you with those feelings. This is like only leading with their feelings just a little bit with that Page of Cups. They could be a little nervous or intimidated to speak to you again. They're keeping the compliments, like the romantic or like the, I don't know, even if it's platonic, they're keeping the really strong compliments to a minimum. They're just kind of like praising you in a way that doesn't have too much emotion involved, okay? Tell me about the Page of Cups. All right, this person is really trying to follow some type of fantasy that they have with you. So we do have the Seven of Cups here. So, you know, they could be fantasizing about what they would like with you, and they are really being driven by that fantasy even to reach out to you again. I do see back and forth communication between you two with the Eight of Wands. It does feel like there is some momentum that kind of starts again between you guys. Okay, so Eight of Wands could be like texting all day, back to back phone calls. It could be like, okay, where there wasn't progress, now we're making progress of speaking again. And it really is feeding this person's fantasy about you. Also, with the Seven of Cups, someone could be under the influence as they are maybe getting the courage to speak to you. All right, Five of Cups. Again, someone is really holding on to the past that they had with you. It makes them very emotional, but they're not going to show it. They're going to try to stay very emotionally mature with that King of Cups. And I do see that they do get some type of conversation from you with that Eight of Wands. It does feel back to back, like they're keeping you engaged. They're following some type of fantasy though. Now the Devil is here as well. All right, so, and it is the last card. All right, the Devil can talk about very intense connections. It could have been that when you were dealing with this person, you guys had a very, very intense connection. This also could be like highly sexual type of relationship, highly sexual nature. So that also could have been the basis of the connection in the past. The Devil could be obsession and infatuation. This person could be feeding their obsession for you. Also, could be a lot of negative feelings as well. This person could have negative feelings about, is this going to work? What's going to be the outcome? Okay, so the Devil. The Devil also makes me think that Sag, you know to stay away from this person because of that Devil energy. There's something that is just very binding when you do deal with this person that is hard to get out of once you start. And you're not very confident that it's positive. Okay, so what's the Devil? All right, we have the World. Yeah, it feels like the end. All right, you need to close this cycle out. Definitely something's going to end in heartbreak. You may finally say what you need to say to this person. You may catch yourself before things start taking off too quickly because, again, the Eight of Wands can be like a fast unraveling. So say this person reaches out to you this weekend, you guys could be on the phone, and then next week you guys may be seeing each other, and then you're back into the cycle all over again super fast. So it's almost like you need to catch yourself before this unravels too quickly. And with that World card, again, there's something about value. Like you may just not value this connection anymore. World card talks about you closing out a cycle, and in that same breath, you're also leveling up. So, yesterday's Sag is not today's Sag. And so today's Sag does things completely different in a more elevated way. And this person just may not be the one to come with you into that new portal, right? So I feel like you are going to be shutting something down, and it's going to hurt this person, okay? Let's see what else is here. This is like closing out some portal. It's like, okay, I know we've been talking, I know that you reached out, but I do not see this moving forward. And I really think that we should just go our separate ways. I don't think you should contact me again. That's what it feels like. All right, let me see what else is here. Yeah, Four of Wands is here. Clarify the Four of Wands. What is that? All right, Eight of Swords. You have a new foundation that you're strategically building. Okay, so you have a new foundation that you're strategically building. Maybe you are in a new relationship or you're moving towards one, and you feel like that person actually brings value to your table, and that's the one that you want to move forward with. Maybe you're building some type of business. You're building your career, because it feels like career and the influences around your career could have been a big issue with this person in the past. They kind of distract you, okay? So you're strategically building some type of new foundation, and you really don't want to sabotage that. Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And that's going to require you to reject things that would sabotage that. And if this person falls into that category, you have to sacrifice that connection to get what you're building. So I just see you making a decision to let this go. Okay. I see you making a decision to tell this person, hey, I'm done here. You know, I understand it's hard to move on, but I'm moving on, and I really expect you to. I don't really think we should be keeping communication. Something like that. All right. Ooh. All right, guys. Last words. Let's see what's going on here. Oops. Okay, I think that's enough. All right, we have sex could be better. I don't know what that means, okay? Maybe someone's sex life has died after you left them and they're reminiscing about your sex. Maybe you feel this way. I don't know, but sex could be better, all right? So that's coming out for someone. We have party time. Okay, maybe you remember that when you were dealing with this person, you could have been losing balance, like partying too much and not focusing on your priorities, your goals. So that's something that you could remember. This person could be partying a lot during this time as well. We have you left something behind. So this person feels like you guys have some type of unfinished business. We have damn you fine and hot shit. All right, so this person thinks you look really good, especially during this time. We have I want a family with you. We have tired of the drama. We have you make me sad. All right, childhood trauma is coming out as well. We also have alcoholic. All right, we have leave me alone. We have you make me happy. November, Scorpio or Sagittarius, something significant could have happened in November. We have spoiled brat. Celebrity status. Definitely feel like this person treats you like that. We have spring. Something could have happened significant in spring season. And last but not least, we have September, Virgo or Libra. Something significant could have happened in September. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I will be doing an extended. I'm going to talk about this person's feelings. I'm going to talk about what they're not telling you, what's been happening behind the scenes, so you can make your most informed decision with this person. And also what the outcome is going to be. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the extended. If you're interested in joining the Sagittarius Vault, where you can get all of the extendeds that I've ever posted on this channel for a good price. Right now in May, I am running a special, a lifetime special, a lifetime price that will not exist after May. So definitely check that out. I'll leave links to the extended and also the Vault so you can weigh out your options and see what that's about. Make sure you guys like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. I appreciate you guys so much for joining the family. Guys, sorry I'm so super tired. I need to get more rest. Oh, I need to tell you guys this too. Tonight, this evening, I will be doing a live question and answer. I'll be doing $10 questions there. So if you have a burning question on your mind and you would like me to answer that for you, definitely stay tuned for the live that I'll be doing tonight for you guys. That should be a lot of fun for you guys to be able to get your questions answered live. All right. And then what else? I think that's it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.